Last summer, during the height of the pandemic, a Hilton couple spent months in the hospital together, but it wasn't coronavirus that brought them there. As 13 WHAM's Chris Betts explains, their daughter nearly died after a single car accident, and they're calling her recovery a miracle.
Oh, shoot, pressure.
It's hard to tell as 21-year-old Briana Grisdale sits at the kitchen table and laughs with her sisters.
Yeah, exactly.
That just this past summer,
I mean, I love you.
this was Briana, hospitalized, unable to speak, eat, or walk.
Bri, can you look at Mom?
He was very hysterical and telling me something's happened to Briana. I don't know what. They're telling me it's not good. You need to get here.
On July 8th, 2020, Briana's mom, Maureen, got a call from her friend saying Briana had been in a terrible car accident. Her car flipped several times. Briana was ejected from her sunroof despite wearing a seatbelt on this stretch of Manitou Beach Road. Neighbors witnessed it and called 911. Briana doesn't remember any of it.
He goes, no, you were in a very bad car accident. You have a traumatic brain injury. And I'm like, what? And I just start bawling.
The first night, Briana was given a 2 to 5% chance of surviving. She had fractured hips, cracked ribs, fractured vertebrae, a punctured lung, and worst of all, a severe traumatic brain injury. But night after night, Briana's body fought, and so did her doctors, as her parents took turns visiting due to COVID-19 restrictions. Not even her sisters could visit.
They're very, very close girls, and that they weren't going to be able to be with her and support her and have her hear their voice.
Eventually, after weeks in the ICU, Briana was transferred to Unity Hospital Golisano Restorative Neurology and Rehabilitation Center. Conscious but agitated and still unable to speak. This was her rehab specialist, Dr. Cecilia Ransom.
It was her feeding tube. She had some issues with the feeding tube. We had that eventually removed, and she started to wake up.
Can you sing it?
Her parents, Maureen and Paul, took turns visiting.
And you just listened to a bunch of messages, including your sisters, didn't you?
They played songs and FaceTimed with her sisters.
Bri, you made our day.
And eventually,
Unbelievable, Bri. Does it make you feel good?
she learned to walk again, run again.
I woke up and I had everything taken away. You know what I mean? Like, I just had to do what they were telling me to do so I could get my freedom back.
Until finally, her family could breathe a sigh of relief.
I don't think there were many tears in the room. I did that at home, not in front of her.
And now,
I knew she was a fighter. I knew we would.
they cry tears of relief.
Love you.
Their miracle, home at last. Chris Betts, 13 WHAM News.
What a beautiful story. We're so grateful to Chris for sharing that. Doctors say sleep is Briana's best medicine to allow her brain to heal. She tells 13 WHAM the accident has given her a whole new perspective on life, and looking at that story, a whole new perspective perhaps for us on the wonderful care we get from our medical community.